Alright. Hello everybody and welcome back to the next episode of Rate My StarCraft, where people send me their proudest moments, the moments that made them so damned excited to play the video game, and I'm going to tell them just how awesome or bad or average or hilarious they are. Let's take a look. Our first submission here comes from Diver, up here in the top left. Zerg player facing off against the amazing Mr. G. Protoss in the bottom right. The title of this one is When Your Worm Arrives Too Quickly and There's No Real Load to Speak of. Okay. Diver here says, oh, it looks like we got a little poem. Very nice. Caught by surprise by a long, fast worm, but the load came out slowly and in small spurts. Cleanup took some time. And there was goop everywhere. We went out to new places and even back to theirs. But eventually, I had seen everything, and it was time for us to part ways. Wow, this one sounds like a real journey. It sounds like the ZVP is going to get a little erotic. Definitely it sounds like there's going to be a lot of Zergy fluids all over the place, but I'll hold judgment for now until we actually see it. Amazing Mr. G comes in and scouts a 1 base double gas build, which... I mean, if you needed any warning that this Zerg is going to do something weird, I think there's a pretty big sign. Literally making a lair on 1 base at a minute 25 into the game. This lair has started even before making a queen. That is ridiculous. There's going to be almost no production. I mean, I imagine it's going to be straight for the NYDUS worm, right? But what are you even going to put in? Okay, so it's going to be roaches. It's going to be a 1 base roach NYDUS. That is going to hit so ridiculously early. We need to see like a super hard reaction. And Amazing Mr. G trying to build a Zealot, but his supply blocked right now. So Amazing Mr. G has not put on gas just yet. He's kind of overthinking it a little bit, I think. It's still getting for the Nexus. I think the Nexus is okay. There's a second gateway walling off. You've got a probe spotting out front, so you'll see when something comes over. I feel like Amazing Mr. G could definitely defend this, but my God, it's going to be fast. I think this is one of those NYDUS worms where it talks a big talk, right? Because it's gonna come so early, but as many who have experience with such things will tell you, just because it comes so early doesn't necessarily mean it's all that powerful. You know, it's not always about speed, is it? It's often about the technique and what comes out of it. And remember, caught by surprise by a long, fast worm, but the load came out slowly and in small spurts. I think we can see why. There's only 1 roach building. What are we going to do? Pop out like 2 roaches out of this NYDUS worm? This is going to be the fastest ever roach NYDUS, but it's going to be a really sad payoff. I mean, this is going to be... Diver's going to be basically the guy who's he's talking big game, right? He's, oh yeah. I get the fastest draw in the West. That's right, west side of light chain. I load up before you even know it. Bam. Popping it out inside your main base. I think we're going to wait to see if this is actually impressive. So far, 2 Zealots, 2 Adepts out. None of these units particularly good versus Roaches. NYDUS goes up in the main base, but Amazing Mr. G just put a pylon down there. Amazing Mr. G does it. Well, it's on Mr. G's minimap, but Mr. G is not looking. Let's go to Mr. G's camera. Mr. G looking in my main base. What's that over there? What? Oh, Shizzle Fizz looks over and says, oh my God, the pylon only now finishing. And there we go. Okay. I was making fun of the first load. That's a pretty scary first load. 2 Zealots, 2 Adepts come forward. Can they take on 4 Roaches? I don't think so, but they can at least put up a good fight. The Zealots doing some good damage as those Adepts start to get focus fired, but already 2 Roaches going down. This is actually a good trade. These Zealots kick the crap out of Roaches when the Roaches don't start us yet. But Diver, another little dribby drab does come out and starts to micro. Stalkers are here. Those 2 Stalkers very good against this. Oh, the Roaches accidentally vomit on their own NYDUS worm. Oh my God, just coughing up a little bit of dog water and actually accidentally splatting it down the shaft of his own NYDUS. A little dangerous there, I gotta say. You gotta be careful with that. Now it's 1 Roach versus 1 Stalker. There's more Roaches in the NYDUS worm, but I think it's a big explosion. There we go. Can the Stalker? Oh, doesn't even get that Roach. Now these Stalkers coming on in. Stalkers can out micro Roaches, but they're going to pull back to the shield battery for now. The main base has been abandoned, and remember, our Protoss player, Amazing Mr. G, does not have gas mining right now. Amazing Mr. G has a ton of money. He's going to go take a base elsewhere, which is Probably not a bad idea, actually, right? I mean, you've still got more economy here, but needs these gases more than anything. And it's only making a couple of zealots at a time. I mean, just getting more production up has to be the priority to spend this money. But amazing, Mr. G, where are you going to build it? You've got one active pylon right now. All the supply is coming from the 2 next side. That's the only pylon. A few more batteries and one more pylon goes down. Another NYDUS worm coming up. This time the probes are being pulled as well. Amazing, Mr. G does not want to let it. He says, no, no, no. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Ugh. Oh, he's going to kill it. He's going to kill it. Actually, and if those probes A-move, oh, the probes aren't helping. Oh, the probes aren't helping. The shield battery's doing pretty all right, but oh, you need battery overcharge. Oh, the battery overcharge goes down. Look at that. Amazing Mr. G puts a poncho on, wraps it up, and says there will be no roach babies being born here. These stalkers are impenetrable, but uh-oh, battery overcharge is out. The roaches are still alive. Another NYDUS worm pops up, but oh, he's a little shy. Okay, Diver packs it up. He says, okay, okay. He says the load came out slowly and in small spurts. He pops out 3 roaches there. Wait, where are the rest of the roaches? Oh, we're popping him in. We're popping him out. He's playing that game. Oh, Diver, a cheeky boy. Oh, the roaches running around, thinking about it. They get in, they get out. You got to get in, you get out, you get up, you get down. The roaches, look at this. In and out, in and out. I mean, Diver here is playing with himself in the presence of somebody else. This is a very, very different meta. Normally, in this sort of intimate scenario, when your NYDUS is inside their base, you pay more attention, care, focus, and affection to your partner. Rather than yourself, but Diver here spending about half the time popping in and out of the NYDUS worm, and then look at this, is kind of running around in circles. Oh, maybe going to go for the shield batteries might be the goal here, but Diver here definitely, I think, playing with himself in this scenario a little bit. You can see amazing Mr. G is losing these units, still only 2 gates of production. The battery overcharge goes down, but it's just zealots. Oh no, the roaches, look at the way they're running around. It's very hard for them to out DPS the shield battery. Oh my god, the battery overcharge. The zealot just killed 2 roaches. Oh my god, can it get a 3rd one? Can it get a 3rd one? It's very low on hit points. It's losing hit points. It's down to 14. 14, 7. It gets another roach kill. 3 roach kills for that one. Oh my god, amazing Mr. G might be able to hold. If amazing Mr. G can just warp in some more units. Amazing Mr. G is trying to build production on the other side of the map as well as up here in the 3rd. Mr. G is still up 7 workers right now. If Mr. G just keeps making stalkers, maybe even evacuates these probes if has to, has actually got gas mining up in the main. Probes building. Amazing Mr. G is actually macroing 3 bases in chaos. I assumed this was a low enough level game that amazing Mr. G would just freeze up and stare at the screen, but amazing Mr. G is getting a lot done. Only an average of 60 APM, but he's actually looking at different areas and doing many different things. Battery overcharge is almost ready. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. These zealots are doing work, but the batteries are out of juice. Oh, there's only 3 roaches left here right now, though. More of them coming in. Battery overcharge. Oh my god, but no, the units are dying as they warp in. Oh no, it can't get healed until it's finished warping in. The battery overcharge being used to heal the pylon a little bit there. Oh, no. If these gateways go down, it might just be it. That might just be... Wait. No. There's gateways up there. There's gateways up there, and there's probes in the bases, but these probes are in the open right now. Wait, amazing Mr. G went for a zealot backstab? Oh my god. Gives up on his own expansion. Does unfortunately let all these probes die, but has a lot of workers up there. Is warping in more zealots, and these 3 zealots go in for the counterattack. They're not going in yet, though. These got to go. A spire is building behind this on 1 base. Delusions of grandeur. Spire on 1 base? What? I mean, I guess it'll get the job done, right? You've actually got a lot of money in the bank. Diver is going to try and macro up off the back of this NYDUS. A ton of roaches pop out behind the mineral line. It's a lot of zealots, but they are slow zealots. Oh, amazing Mr. G's got to stop making slow zealots. Actually, oh my god, just killed like 8 workers. And that actually knocks Diver down to just 11. A shield battery building down here as well. More probes rebuilding across these bases. The chrono boosts are happening, right? If amazing Mr. G can ever get up a core of units that are decent, it will be fine, but is still making zealots. Why? Why are you making zealots? Mr. J, don't make zealots, bro. I mean, they will do some damage and knock the already small economy of the Zerg down lower. The problem is that Diver, I don't think, is ever going to spend this bank. So taking the economy out of Diver is really not that important in my opinion. Thankfully, I mean, the queen is gone, right? Which is something. Oh my god, down to just 5 workers. Diver comes home, says, oh, what the hell? What the hell is this? You're popping into my base? You're touching up my main? Mr. G's like, that's how you do it. You're meant to pay attention to your partner in the game. You're meant to go and touch their sensitive places, not just your own. Mr. Diver's there. He's just loaded his roaches into his bloody NYDUS worm, popping them out, popping them in, popping them out, popping them in. At this point, it's just kind of weird. It's like, hey, Amazing Mr. G's like, do you even need me here, bro? Do you, like, should I just, like, leave and let you finish? Because, seriously, mate, this is getting a little odd. I do like that Diver, by the way, said, we went out to new places, and even back to theirs. But eventually, I had seen everything. Whoa! Swap to Stalkers! Amazing Mr. G warps in a ton of Stalkers, recalls them up. But, oh, you don't want to be losing them. You've got to be pulling back those weak Stalkers. Stalkers are all about the micro. They're not about the standing and fighting. I mean, they're still going to take out those roaches pretty damn well, though. Oh, my God. The Stalkers are going to clean this up. And then if he just goes around and cleans up these 3 NYDUS worms in his base, he's still on 2 Nexi. Could rebuild. More Zealots come in! Oh my God! Another round of Zealots come in. They just killed the Queen and every single drone. Diver's gonna tap. Diver's gonna tap. You got mutas though, don't GG. I mean, he's dead. Yeah, there's Stalkers. Well, he's not gonna beat Stalkers with just a handful of mutas coming out in dribs and drabs. Damn. Damn. Oh, Diver just not expanding it. Actually getting killed by Zealot. Slow Zealot warp-ins on the natural. Shout out to Amazing Mr. G. It's very rare. You see players here clearly are probably in about, I would guess, Platinum League. I'm not sure. But somewhere around there. To keep microing and macroing across multiple bases. Not perfectly, but we saw like 3 or 4 battery overcharges. We saw warp-ins. We saw gateways being rebuilt elsewhere, counterattacks. I mean, this was really cool play from Amazing Mr. G. Shout out, by the way, Diver. If you do say GG, there's a reason you shouldn't jump to saying GG to her. It's considered very bad-mannered if you hang around in the game. I know, you go, oh, maybe I've got a chance with me mutas. It is considered very, it's like, dude, you know, it's kind of like you fold your king over and then the move comes to you. And you're actually, no, I'm still in it. Tournament rules would be you're out once you say GG. Actually, I mean, it kind of depends on the tournament, but I think most tournaments would probably do that, even if they didn't have a specific rule for it. Looks like the lair goes down, so there's no mining left. There's still tons of Stalkers back at home, right? Yeah, 4 Stalkers, tons of gateways, heaps of gas in the bank. So there's no way this handful of mutas and roaches will win the game. Diver's going to give it a go, though. And I think at this point, it's good that Diver stayed in the game. I think it's just the early GG was the issue there. But look at that. Oh, the shield battery's too good. The shield battery is too good. Warping in more Zealots and Stalkers. And Diver unable to break, you know. Managed to catch the opponent by surprise with a long, fast worm. For that load, it did come out slowly and in small spurts. Cleanup took some time. Man, there was goop everywhere. There's still goop over on this expansion, but this is going to be a long cleanup job for Amazing Mr. G. We went to new places, even back to theirs, but eventually I'd seen everything, and it was time for us to part way. I think that was really cool. What I really like about this game is Diver did some silly, cheesy adventures, had a real fun time. I am imagining it's Diver that's in the replay. It'd be funny if it was actually Amazing Mr. G. I mean, the whole story's about the NYDUS worm and the load and all this sort of stuff. I think this was Diver. You guys let me know. I'm pretty sure from that part. It's got to be Diver who sent it in. And I love it when people send losses in. To me, it shows you can enjoy losing as long as you went on a journey. It's the journey, not the destination that matters. Oh, isn't that heartwarming? Let's go take a look at the next game. All right. Let's go into the next map. This one, once again, comes with a lovely little bit of prose. My opponent sent in ravens by the pair. He gave my drones a very good scare. But as I was manic, in that quick panic, I gave him a tentacle affair. Beautiful. Looks like this one was sent in by Salorn in the top right. Going up against a Rage Quit here in the bottom left. And let's catch up on that banter. Good luck, have fun. Good luck. Are you going to Rage Quit? We'll see. All right, guys, let's keep our eyes on if Rage Quit GGs or just leaves the game with a bit of a Rage Quit later on. Keep our eyes on that. Salorn's going to be going for a very quick 14 hatch first. And we'll see if that's for some cheeky shenanigans to follow or if it's just a bit of an earlier hatch than normal. But I like that. My opponent sent in ravens by the pair. So there's going to be some Raven harass this game. That's pretty rare in this matchup, but it can get out of control. Those energy units just gaining value over time. Ooh, juicy, juicy, juicy. as I was manic, in that quick panic, I gave him a tentacle effect. I mean, how... Thinking spine crawlers, right? I'm thinking we're going to get some spines, but... Are there other tentacle units that Zerg has? I guess neural. Neural could be the other way, right? Those are kind of the... Because that's like a tentacle into the brain, taking mind control of your opponent's unit. So I guess those are the two main things we'll be looking for. Personally, spine crawlers are, you know, they're pretty tentacly, but how good were sunken crawlers in Brood War? Am I right, guys, or am I right? Because let's be real, that thing looked like a real fleshy and strange kind of gooey spike came out from under the ground and stabbed from below. Yeah, that thing was, and you'd see it just sticking itself into the ground like a creature, kind of what was like an emu or whatever, burrowing its head in the sand. Spawning pool's going to finish up here, and we'll see exactly what's on the menu for Salorn. Couple queens, pretty solid macro plays so far. Rage Quit has done a very odd sort of one-base wall-off here, where there's no space for the add-on in the wall-off, and no units have been built. 2 gases have been taken. Oh, double starport. Double starport. Oh, what are we seeing? Oh, and it was double port Raven? Wow. Okay. Okay, that's going to be spectacular and weird and strange and odd and all the rest. So second gas goes down here for Salorn in the main. So Salorn's going super gas heavy. So we're going to see very heavy gas versus very heavy gas. The Overlord's going to come in for Salorn, seeing no expansion. Salorn's going to be a little worried. What the hell is coming out of this Terran? Not even a Marine behind the wall. This is great. Imagine if like a bunch of Lings came. Be like, wait, hold on a second. Let me build a Marine. So this is nothing but Ravens, is it? Is that what this build is? Oh, this is ridiculous. So I think Rage Quit might be trying to play a Ketrok-style inspired version of StarCraft. Now, for those who don't know Ketrok is a player perpetually in Diamond League, as far as I know, who basically just makes planetary fortresses and ravens. And that's all he does. He just masses ravens every game. He plays the slowest, most turtly version of Mac. Builds a wall, builds a planetary, builds a wall, builds a planetary, and just slowly expands and just harasses with auto turrets and just spams those down and uses those ravens to ever so slowly pick away at his opponents. Now, I'm not sure how active he is these days because, to be fair, I mean, not that I ever really watched too much of his stream, I just see the odd highlight. You don't really have the damage-dealing missile anymore, number one. You do have Interference Matrix, which is very cool for locking units down, but if you're just massing ravens and you don't have any Seeker missiles, you don't have any kind of Shredder missile that does damage like it did early 2018, I believe it was, around then, late 2017, early 2018. When are you, yeah, what are you going to do for damage? It's going to be all about auto turret harass, and they're good units. They definitely don't last long though. First 2 ravens do pop out on the map here, and behind it a Nidus Worm on the way for Salorn. So Salorn here is going to just rush a Nidus Worm. It's like, hey, you're on 1 base? Huh. I better Nidus Worm you? It's like, my opponent's probably all enemy on 1 base. Well, I better rush them before they can rush me. That being said, it kind of could work because there's nothing that actually shoots. Not a single Marine, tank, Hellion, nothing. And look at that, an engineering bay so that this can turn into a planetary as soon as it lands. This is actually ridiculous. Oh my god, wait. The ravens are coming in. Oh no, there's so many queens there. But wait, they've clicked on the Nidus. Oh no, bad timing. Salorn, those queens could have killed these ravens. But Salorn, way too slow to respond, loads up the Nidus. Oh my god, the drones are getting inside the Nidus Worm to hide from the auto turrets. What the hell? And that's 3 workers killed. The Nidus Worm is going to go up in the natural right now to start things off. And more ravens going to be coming. I tell you what, this is not this. You need a tank or something. You need something that does some damage. It's going to start a tech lab submarines now. But to not have any basic units, okay, this is absolute insanity. Nidus Worm in the main base as well. Queens down the natural. They could spread some creep there as well and already start to infest this side of the map. Ooh, as I was manic in that quick panic, I gave him a tentacle affair. I mean, okay, so the queens are going to pop out of the main. Oh, he's going to spread some creep. Okay, so Lord's spreading some creep. Drones are popping out. He still hasn't put the drones back to mine. This has got to be an accident. There's so many drones in here that they're just mixed in with the bush. He's building spores inside the main base to deal with the ravens. But Rage Quit doesn't even have anything that does damage. What's he going to do? Like, drop auto turrets? There's so many queens. They can just transfuse their way through this. Actually, oh, another roach almost does go down. The Ravens, I mean, they will gather energy over time, but how do you defend the SCVs? There's just not much damage for Salorn, funnily enough. These Marines are actually killing units slowly. No transfuse going down on that Queen. She falls. Rage Quit needs to get back to the bunker, though, and every single Marine goes down, which means the bunker is worthless. A Raven there does drop an auto turret, but it dies as well. If that tank can siege up there, that tank is going to be beautiful. Spine crawlers and spores building inside the main of Rage Quit right now. It's trying to build more spines there. The Queen's going to come forward, but I think the siege tank will be good. The Queen, though, oh, we're going to need to repair. Repair, auto turrets, repair. You've got to defend that siege tank. The transfuse, these Queens are tanky lasses. Oh, and the tank does scare them back. Okay, the Queens fall back. They're still in range, though. They would have been better off staying there and committing. A Roach just walked in the front of the base. Where did that come from? Did that come out of the other Nidus Worm, or did that walk across the map? I don't even know. Rage Quit is going to lose the starports. Those need to lift off and get out of there. Those are your only production. This game is an absolute shit show. Somehow it's only 16 workers because it's just the natural minerals with 10 guys and 6 on gas. So Salorn has built spines and spores, which so far have killed 2 starports and really not done much else. And yet that's all your drones. You've thrown all your drones into your opponent's base. I gave him a tentacle effect. I guess you did, but is this worth it? There's another tank out. Look at these Roach corpses floating to the top of 2,000 atmospheres, just flying off screen here in this ocean map. Oh, a Ravager, a single heroic Ravager. If Salorn transfuses that and biles the tank down, can get it. But oh, the Drilly Boy touches it up. And that siege tank, you cannot... Oh, don't siege in range of a spine! Oh, no! Oh my god, 1 hit point, 1 hit point. That tank gets away on 1 hit point. It's going to siege up back there and start working on this. Unfortunately, Rage Quit has lost almost all the workers. So, I mean, this game, honestly, though, if you make another orbital, you start dropping mules, rebuilding SCVs. There's 4 mules there. There's only 16 drones. So Lorne's income is so bad that I actually think Rage Quit could do this. The spines are going to try to move forward. One of them already dies. Auto turrets need to go down to protect these tanks. Oh, one goes down. A transfuse drops, though, before it falls. The Ravager goes down. Another spine crawler goes down. The tentacles are falling. Hentai is not enough here to take care of this. But another Nidus Worm to reinforce. 6 Roaches are inside that Nidus Worm and ready to go. Ling speed is done and 12 Zerglings as well. So Lorno not rallying to the Nidus Worm, so he's going to have to manually load up these units every single time. An auto turret goes down there to clear the creep tumors, but I think not realizing we've got 3 tanks. Move a tank down and get rid of that Nidus Worm. Oh no, Ravagers. These tanks need to siege up right now. Oh, those Ravagers. And the Zerglings are going to be coming as well. They're all just chilling at home right now. So Lorne's going to come forward. Oh no, the tanks aren't covering each other. One siege tank goes down. These Ravens have got some good value so far, with only 1 tank building at a time and no ability. I mean, I think this command center need to lift off and go land elsewhere, to be honest. Just give up area. But uh-oh, the Ravagers coming forward. There's no auto turrets to cover them. A siege tank falls. 2 Ravagers, though, float off into the heavens as well. The Ravens are going to come down. They're thinking about dropping some auto turrets. They've only got enough energy for 1. That orbital needs to repair and lift off and get out. Rage Quit, you've got to save that orbital. It's got 200 energy. That's all your income. That's all your income. If it burns down, no, lift it off, lift it off. You've got SCVs to repair. Oh my god, another siege tank goes down. An auto turret answers. Another 2 Ravagers just go floating off the screen. Oh my god, these water physics are great. Oh, you gotta lift it off. You can't leave it there. Rage Quit. Just lift it, bro. No. Okay, the auto turret will get that last Ravager. Now the Zerglings loaded to the Nidus Worm. So Lord still hasn't figured out how to use the rally point to put them in the Nidus. Oh my god, repair. The mule's trying to repair here. Wait, there's only 1 siege tank? Oh no, there's only 1 auto turret and 1 siege tank. Siege tank's very bad versus Zerglings. Oh no, the auto turret goes down, but I don't think it's enough. That 1 Drilly Boy trying to repair, but that tank's gonna go down. And the tank falls. The auto turret does kill a few of those Zerglings, but I don't know, man. Now it's just SCVs in the open against 3 Zerglings. The Drilly Boys will not be enough. Another auto turret. There's energy. There's energy now. Throw the auto turret, but Rage Quit is done. What a shit show. That's... Oh my god, Nidusing a player who's already on 1 base. That is hilarious. I don't think I've ever seen a 2-base Nidus kill a 1-base player. It's like, what I love about this game from Salorn is Salorn was like, I'm gonna do a Nidus Worm, and I'm just gonna go in there. And I don't think this was planned in terms of doing the spines, right? Let's go back to that first auto turret harass. And just remember, this was like some fancy kind of quick thinking from Salorn, right? Salorn's like, oh no, auto turrets, put the whole mineral line in the NYDUS. And I'm pretty sure that, because remember, we saw Salorn doesn't know how to use rally points to it could just right click these hatcheries on the NYDUS. There's always, every time units pop out, it's having to manually click them in there. You can see the eggs have been clicked in there individually, right? So I think in the midst of this, because you got queens, roaches, drones, and lings all in the NYDUS web, they're all kind of jumbled together. So I think Salorn just got to this point where it's like, how do I send these drones home? Well, I can't. It's hard to do that. I just want to get my units out. And I'm pretty sure at this point, Salorn was like, well, they're here. And just starts building spores. It's like, oh, there's flying units. Build some spores, build some spines. Make the most of it. What I really love about this strategy as well in this game is that if Rage Quit did anything that wasn't appallingly bad, like if there was any Marines or tanks like out before this push came, you know, like if there was anything, this absolutely could have been defended, right? And because so many drones got killed by building spores and spines, like if Rage Quit saved these starports, lifted them off and flew them over, or got a few more production facilities, or even just like landed that on the low ground and dropped some mules and just kept building Marines, because there's like a 1300 mineral bank for, I believe, 4 minutes, right? From when the NYDUS in the main starts to the end of the game. It's about 4 minutes. There's thousands of minerals in the bank the whole time, and Marines never build out of the barracks. So you can kind of tell that Rage Quit here is just like, nah, I build Ravens normally. And then like the one adjustment was I'll build a siege tank occasionally once the opponent's in the main base. A true memer in Rage Quit. Salorn here managing to break a mech player on one base. Like, stupid, and your opponent's dumb, but really goddamned impressive. I mean, as always, I think I'm more confused when laying down judgment on this game at the end of it. And I think we'll leave it to the comment section. What do you guys think? Rate Game 1, Game 2. Let us know what you think about Diver and Salorn. I personally think these were both great examples of how you probably shouldn't do a NYDUS worm, but sometimes, as long as you're attacking, you win games. Well played, guys. Thank you very much for sending me these replays, and I hope you liked this second episode of Rate My StarCraft. We'll catch you in the next one. See you next time, guys. Goodbye and good night.